Hello there. Well, I thought I'd just tell you a little story about my Dell PC. I bought it about 9 months ago, so it's still under warranty. And occasionally, since I had it, it's just switched off for no apparent reason. And I'd noticed that in the last, couple of months, seemed to me to be getting worse. And this was, as you can imagine, if you're working on a large project or something, it's quite annoying. And it kept happening. There was no pattern to it. I could be using any software or at any particular time, anything like that. No pattern to it at all that would give me any sort of pointer as to what was going on. So I finally bit the bullet and phoned Dell service. And after going through quite a lengthy procedure of pressing button 1 then 2 and all the rest of it, I eventually got through to talk to someone, and this person was based, as people often are now, over in New Delhi. So the conversation proceeded, and we went through all the possibilities. It took a long time of what might be the cause. Checked the hard disk, all sorts of things, and eventually it was decided that what would need to happen would be that an engineer would need to come out and replace the motherboard on the PC. So fine, that was duly arranged, and somebody phoned to arrange the appointment, and a gentleman duly turned up to do this. After taking the covers off and taking the motherboard out and generally taking things to bits, the machine appeared to be working okay. The checks that were done at the end of the visit were, I would say, at best cursory. And the gentleman went away, and I carried on working. I then realised that the USB ports on the front of the PC weren't working. They had been working perfectly normally before the visit. And so this necessitated a further call to Dell, and I eventually got through to New Delhi again, and various diagnostic checks were done. The gentleman connected up to the PC over the internet and had a look around and installed a couple of bits of software, and that made no difference. So finally it was narrowed down to some connections inside the PC, and I was invited to take a screwdriver to it and take the covers off and investigate this, which I duly did. I finally identified that the plug connecting the USB ports to the motherboard had been installed the wrong way round. It's a plug with 5 pins on one row and 4 on another, so in order to actually install it upside down, it had to be not only upside down but also offset to one side, and that was why that wasn't working. So all good stuff. So that was now up and running, and I said cheerio to my friends in New Delhi and carried on working. I then needed to get some pictures off my digital camera, which I do by taking the SD card out of the camera and putting it into the SD slot on the PC, which I duly did, to discover, yes, you've guessed it, the slots weren't working. I thought to myself, I'm not going to phone New Delhi again. I've been down this route. I'm going to take the covers off again, and I'm going to have a look inside. So, which I duly did, and I've identified the connection of the SD slots to the motherboard, and lo and behold, that connection had also been connected. It was again, it was a 5 pins on one row, 4 pins on another row connection, and yes, that had been connected also upside down and the wrong way around, offset, to allow it to be connected incorrectly in that way. So I corrected that, and lo and behold, things were working again, and at the moment they still are. The reason I'm telling you this story is that you may want to bear it in mind if you consider buying if you're considering buying a Dell PC. This may be a simple one-off problem, but my personal view is that I will definitely not at any time in the future buy another Dell PC after the experience that I've had this time. So there you are, that saved me a great deal of typing. That's my experience. Cheerio. Bye.